fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
That's good.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
That one complete to Joe Reed.
That's good for a Carolina pick.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked. Tackle made.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Intended for DJ Moore. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
Number 22.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
At the 41. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 40.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Into the first quarter with the score Falcons 7, Panthers nothing.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
7-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Christian McCaffrey.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
11-yard line.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On third down, Bridgewater. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's fourth.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Goes back to Sutton. This time completes it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now second.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running back, again the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Brendan, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 9-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54,
From the gun, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. 1st down, Bridgewater. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So we've reached intermediate. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
7, Panthers 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep.
It don't matter.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. He's going to fire one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 20. 25.
5 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point attempt to come here.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bridgewater. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
29 yards. First down, Falcons.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
For the point after.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater completing it to the right side. Johnson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. While the training staff take, and the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They were trying to set up that screen, try to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. 20, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Brandon, that touchdown certainly looks like the clincher to me.
Probably a little too much to overcome, don't you think?
I would agree. I say at this stage of the game, that touchdown should seal the fate.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Falcons, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'ma win.